Welcome to Push to Pass podcast with JP Murray, a discussion about business, racing, sports, and life. This podcast delivers insights on what makes businesses, teams, and people successful based on real-life business experiences. Following a career with America's largest associations, JP Murray founded the Murray Company, one of Washington, D.C.'s most successful consulting firms. The company was acquired successfully and enabled him to launch JP Murray Racing, a business development and sponsorship agency for auto racing teams. Here is JP.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the show. Today, we're diving deep into something I'm seeing change dramatically in my work with motorsports teams and sponsorships. The evolution, really, of how sponsor deals are being structured, negotiated, and activated now for 2026. So if you're working in the space, or frankly, if you're in any type of sponsorship or business development game, whether it's the team side, the sponsor side, or your driver trying to build your personal brand, I'm here to share with you what could be the difference between landing the partnership and watching it go to somebody else. Here's what I'm seeing right now. Sponsors are coming to the table with much more intent and knowledge about what they want than ever before. They've been reading the information as well that's out there and available, where they used to say, hey, we just want our logo on the car and that's all that they're focused on. Today's marketers have much clearer goals. They have specific dials they want to turn up, they want to turn down. Some want social media reach and engagement. Others are laser focused on the hospitality opportunities or personal appearances with the drivers and the team members. The sponsor knows what they want more than ever. And that makes it critical that you do the things that matter to them with great intention. So my first lesson is you got to really start with that discovery phase. On the outset of any conversation with a potential sponsor, you got to slow them down and learn what they want to accomplish through you. Don't assume that you know. Don't guess. Ask some pointed questions. What are their business objectives for this year? Tell me about the audiences you're trying to reach. Are you launching a new product this year, and is this part of that? Are you expanding into a new market? Are you building brand awareness around a certain demographic or in a particular geographic area that's important to you? The teams and the drivers who are winning with these deals are the ones that are treating this almost like a consulting engagement and less than a transaction or traditional motorsports partnership. I've also learned that we're in a multi-dimensional program. The staff members outside of your core sponsorship team are going to need to help you deliver on the assets for the partnership. Your marketing team, your social media coordinator, your PR person, and yes, the driver are all going to play active roles. And here's where you might stumble or face challenges. Resist the urge to make it easy on yourself and force them, even though you ask those great discovery questions, force them into your template. I know there's some temptation around that. You've got a sponsorship deck. You've put a lot of time in it. You've got sponsorship packages and pricing on your asset sheet that you know by heart. And you want to say, pick one of these and we're going to execute it for you. And we'll do it right away. And when you begin to engage this way, your sale of the deal becomes the priority rather than the objectives of the potential partner. It also demonstrates to the prospect that you ask the questions, but you're not listening to the answers. The sponsor will recognize your efforts to make the project unique for them. They'll see that you've listened to their objectives and built something specific. And that differentiation is really going to matter. That's what wins the deals in a competitive market. I also want to encourage you to continue to qualify during the sales process. And what do I mean by that? As you're building out this custom program, keep checking back with the sponsor. Does this align with what you told me before that you're trying to accomplish? And is this activation going to help you reach that audience that you mentioned? Has anything changed regarding budget or decision making? How do we gauge compared to other people that you're speaking with? Continue to make those qualifying questions, because here is the reality. The extra work that you're doing on this multi-dimensional custom deal means you need to close it. You can't spend weeks building a custom proposal, getting everybody on the team involved, talking to the driver and how they're going to help execute the program with personal appearances and maybe even some B2B work. You got to qualify early, you got to qualify often, because making sure you're investing your time in the opportunities that have real potential for you is really important. Let's talk about what's happening in broader motorsports sponsorship landscape, because I think it's a significant shift. In the last several weeks, you've seen partnerships around Jim Beam going to Cadillac, Tide returning into NASCAR. I'm talking with consumer brands like never before for my partnership program. So I want you to understand this. The opportunity for you right now may not necessarily be in the automotive space, around that typical sector that we're used to working in. The motorsports sponsorship market is projected to reach over $7 billion in the next 5 to 10 years and growing in nearly 7% annually. Much of that growth is coming from non-traditional sectors. Honestly, I don't think it's racing or motorsports that getting them jacked up about the platform. It's the multi-dimensional opportunities that we offer that they like the most. Here's one more thing I want to encourage you to do. Ask for multi-year programs. Here's why. You never know. The sponsor might be planning for a single year, but they're genuinely excited about the fit, and they may have the authority or flexibility to extend it, and there's no downside to asking. Moreover, asking for a multi-year commitment demonstrates that you're thinking about a long-term deal, not just a transaction. Shows you believe in the value you're providing and you want to build something substantial together. So you might as well ask. So let me bring it all together. The sponsorship landscape in motorsports is different. In some ways, it's more sophisticated. It's becoming much more consultative than it was when I started sponsoring cars. If you're a driver, recognize that you're a crucial part of the activation strategy. Your availability, your social media presence, and your ability to authentically represent a brand is valuable. Treat those opportunities professionally. I think some social media stars would not be racing without their reach. And you know what? That's fair. You're a business solution to the sponsor. Can you believe that's where motorsports is today? It's very exciting. So as we wrap up, I hope you follow this channel. I hope you follow my podcast. And man, I got a tip for you. Watch what's getting ready to happen with announcements regarding Taylor Reimer, Santino Ferrucci, AJ Foyt Racing over the coming weeks. It's going to be unbelievable, my friends. I'm pulling for you. Thanks for listening today, and we'll talk again next week on the Push to Pass podcast.
Thank you for listening to the Push to Pass podcast with JP Murray, a discussion about business, racing, sports, and life. If you would like to sponsor Push to Pass, send an email to jp@jpmurray.com. Follow JP on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. His website is jpmurray.com. Until next time, push yourself to pass the competition. Thanks for listening.